Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to my review of my pretty much brand new Audi RS3. So I will give you a quick show around the car, how it looks from the inside to outside, some of the options that I've got ticked, and then we'll take it out for a spin. It's got the virtual cockpit which comes on most Audis now. This screen is customizable, so on the left I've got my sat nav and on the right you've got the power and torque. You can change that to sort of consumption figures and stuff, and then this can change through anything just by clicking this. So well, you can consumption there, Bluetooth, phone. You can press this button as well to make whatever that is full screen, and it will bring up sort of extra directions up here as well. Obviously you've got the screen that changes all that. Got the panoramic sunroof. First time having a sunroof actually, which is quite nice, but I've not actually opened it yet because it's the middle of winter. The usual sort of Audi flat bottom steering wheel. I'm a bit fussy with steering wheels, strangely enough. I do like a flat bottom, although my girlfriend might tell you a bit different. But this is a particularly nice one. I've got on my R8 actually, the steering wheel isn't very nice. I think this bit's too big. But yeah, it's got Alcantara down the side as well. The one thing this doesn't have, well, the two things this doesn't have is the super sports seats. So I did get it brand new, but I didn't build it because the build time was like April next year. So it was one that was pre-made with most of the spec that I wanted. The super sport seats are very nice and not that much extra, but apparently they do take up a bit more space, and we do have to have a little one behind us, so that might have been that might have worked out for the better. The other thing is the design pack. So there's an RS design pack which sort of puts like red rings around here, and you get a little extra Alcantara down here. I'm not that fussed on the red, but the Alcantara down here probably would have been a nice touch. You can also get all this carbon fibre. I always think that looks great in a car, but I don't ever really think it's worth the nearly £1,000 or whatever it is to get it done. Obviously it comes with the dual clutch transmission as standard. Yeah, you can't actually get a manual. And in case you can't already tell, this is the Sportback. So obviously we've got a little one, so you get the sort of 5 doors, and the extra little bit of space at the back makes it a bit more like an estate. This doesn't actually have the roof rails on it, but I do have the detachable roof bars, so you can make it into a proper little practical sports car. And that's it for the inside really. It's a nice pleasant place to sit. I think it's class leading compared to other marques and models at the moment. 4-wheel drive, very important. But yeah, so let's take it out for a spin and show you the outside. Audi RS models are sort of well renowned for suffering from chronic understeer. I do agree with that. I've driven quite a few RS models in the past, and they definitely do suffer with a bit of understeer, particularly if you're going to take them down to track, and they're not really that sort of car. However, in sort of British wet weather, there's not really much out there that will get you sort of in a straight line quicker than most of the Audi RS's. And this is the same. So I mean, I sort of launched this from first from a standstill in absolutely soaking wet weather. It was only about 6-7 degrees, so it wasn't freezing or anything, and there wasn't even a hint of the traction control cutting in, and it just left. So it's definitely got that about it. However, they've shaved I think 26 kilograms off the weight of the engine up top, and you can definitely feel that in this car. So as you're turning into corners, I haven't tracked it, but as you're turning into corners, you know, on a B road or an A road, and you're giving it a bit of welly, there's definitely a difference there. It feels much more nimble and much lighter. They've not got rid of the understeer altogether. However, I feel like that's a small price to pay for the sort of ability of this car in all weathers and on all roads. There is a lot you can do with the car as well. So I think Lichfield have literally just brought out their Tune and Stage 1 and Stage 2 upgrades for this car. So you're talking about £1,200 gets you an intercooler, because the the exhaust is already pretty good. So an intercooler and a remap takes you to, I think, 508 horsepower. Apologies, the sun's coming out now. 508 horsepower, which is insane. Now I'm very, very tempted to do that. I think this car and the chassis is definitely capable of at least another 100 horsepower. I think it'd really bring it to life. The only thing that concerns me is I bought this pretty much I bought it brand new, and I don't want to affect the warranty. I have checked with Audi, and I've got a friend actually that works in the servicing department, and he says unfortunately they can definitely tell if anything's been done. Even these tuning boxes that you see, the Audi software actually brings up a little note on the computer to say that there's something gone on here, and that this car may have been tuned or remapped. So as amazing as it would be, and I'm so tempted, I'm just not sure it's worth it whilst the car is so young and so early into its warranty. You're talking about giving up, obviously you still get covered for like electrical things and stuff, but to give up your warranty for your engine and everything is a big risk, because an engine change on one of these things, you're talking probably 20 grand, something like that. I think again, my friend at Audi said that they had an RS3 in not so long ago, and it was upwards of £30,000 to replace the engine. So it's so tempting, but I just don't think I'm going to do it for now. The car is plenty quick enough, and it is a daily driver. It is going to have my little baby in it as well, so it definitely doesn't need that extra power. But it'd be nice to say you've got over 500 horsepower, and between this and the R8 I have 1,000 horsepower sat in the garage. So something to bear in mind if you're looking at one. Obviously this is the facelift model, so you've got slight tweaks on the headlights, but you've also got 400 horsepower to begin with, which is plenty. The old one was about 360, and I think with a stage 1 remap that's taking you sort of 470, 480, so not far off. So whether you want to get an older shape that's out of warranty anyway and then remap that, tempting. So in terms of running costs, it's sort of what you'd expect for an Audi RS model. You've got the slightly higher insurance than most other cars. Fuel wise, I'm getting about 27 miles per gallon, but that's using this as a daily driver, so I am doing quite a bit of motorway miles. So 27, I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful. For 400 horsepower, I think that's okay. The R8 on the motorway run can get like 22, 23, so when you think it's only 4 different from that, it makes it sound not fantastic, but I think of it as close to 30, and it's not too bad. In terms of cost of buying a car, it is more expensive than other cars in the same class. You sort of got the Mercedes A45, I guess your Golf R, but to be honest, the engine is so much better. It's such a better engine than the four-cylinder turbo. Better noise, you've got better power delivery, and there's obviously more you can do with it that I feel like the difference is actually worth it. I did look at a Golf R prior to getting this, and actually spec'd up to a similar spec to this with the sunroof and sort of similar options ticked. It wasn't even that much more expensive to get this. I did get a good deal on this, but it worked out, I think the Golf was about 42 and I paid about 46, 47 for this. So for me, that's a no-brainer, and it's worth that extra money just for the engine, in my opinion. Probably the sound alone makes it worth it, but also you get that extra power. This is tuned up to 400 horsepower in its current form, and also you get the sort of Audi interiors. Everything's slightly better than the VW. Not to say that the VW isn't a brilliant car. I've owned something like 4 or 5 GTIs, GTDs, R32, Golf R, so I am a big fan, but the Audi is on a different level, especially with this 5-cylinder engine.